so to speak. His name is Death Toll. Let me give you a countdown for the timer. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Go.
SGDQ!
Anyway, so the deal that he made with Death Toll was that he would receive 1 gold piece for every creature that he kind of traded in. So all the creatures on the whole face of the planet were traded in and were essentially prisoned inside of monster lairs. And even the king himself was eventually imprisoned. So now, the master, kind of the godlike figure, is appointing you, the player, to go and release all creatures. Does that pretty well sum it up?
Sounds
Close
good.
enough.
It's
Okay.
your job to
I just
fix
know you
this
go
mess
around
up.
and swing things and
You swing at
rebuild
things
the
and kill
town.
them and collect things
Yeah.
and level up and fun stuff.
Okay. So one thing I will point out real quick is that the magic system in this game requires gems, and for quite a bit of it, you won't see much in the way of these gems. There's these little gold things that monsters drop, and different spells require different amounts. And I use a sword move that kind of sucks them in, so you might not see very many gems to begin with here, but that's how we roll. Oh, I got a big one. Also, the hitboxes are kind of funny, and the reason I hold my sword out is because it sucks gems towards me whenever I hold my sword out. So here I am releasing an old woman and a house.
Mostly for the house.
Mostly for the house, yeah. Because that's the house that I'm gonna need later for the mayor. But yeah, hitboxes are kind of funny in this game.
So I guess big gems aren't worthy enough to make that small detour.
It doesn't make big enough of a deal right now.
Ever
Let
go
me know
with
you
that?
got time for a donation. I got a long one.
Hey, anytime now.
Okay. All right, we got a $15 donation from Joel Barassa. And he says, hey there, it's that jerk that hates Final Fantasy IX again. Put $4.99 for Zyre to run Earthworm Jim 1. Even though Earthworm Jim 2 has never been done at any of the marathons before, there's a good reason for that. Please don't subject the viewers to 3 levels of Earthworm Jim emulating game and watch fire. Please, please, please don't want Earthworm Jim 2 unless it's the god-awful buggy GBA port. Oh, and put $10.01 to not Final Fantasy name for best FF game. Deal with it, SDA. There's $5 from Joseph Fenton. We don't have a comment yet.
Cool. Well, just another interesting thing about this game is that, actually, I don't have anything interesting to say.
Let's
This is a
just
very
do a
boring
roll
game.
call instead.
Okay, starting with the one by the window.
Alright, I'm Tranquilite.
I'm Jason Zane.
I'm Reaif.
Resurrect?
Dragon Dark.
And the lone one on the desk at the moment is very lonely Darkwing Duck.
And,
Perhaps we should talk about the foundation that we are
Oh, that's right.
raising money for.
Please do, please, if you guys can work on that.
The organization, if you will, for autism research. What is it? Last year we funded a study for them off of the money that we made, and
Are you good?
Also,
The money that people like you donated.
yes.
this will be
Yes.
a solution guide.
So goes straight to the organization. You know, I guess minus PayPal fee or whatever.
Okay.
But it goes straight to them, and they can do research
No, you're
and
fine.
learn things for science.
For science.
For science.
You monster.
Alright, so I have to come back to town here because apparently the guy who runs the watermill, which powers the elevator underneath the ground there, doesn't know which way to turn the wheel. Also, this guy decided to guard a really small bridge but doesn't care who crosses. So this is the guy. He's going to ask me to help him turn the wheel because he's too weak. And I come here and I just turn it. And if I were to talk to him again, he would say, "Oh, I was trying to turn it the wrong way."
It's a part-time job.
What a jerk.
So
It's like,
now
you know,
I can progress in the dungeon.
30 gems an hour or something like that.
Something like
It's low
that.
paying, not much motivation. You know, he doesn't even have any magic to spend the gems on, so.
It's true. Also, one interesting thing about this is that all the magic in this game, save for the very last spell you get, is kind of based around that flying ball that floats around me. Right now it's a fireball that will shoot in the direction I'm facing. So I use the crab walk function to actually influence which direction I'm facing so I can shoot fireballs wherever I need them.
And that's what the game calls it because I guess they didn't know how to say strafe.
Yeah, they didn't know how to say strafe, but they call it crab walking here.
I like crab walking much more.
It's crab walking.
I mean, look
I
at
don't
his
know.
legs while he
When
moves.
I was in elementary school, we called crab walking, you know, walking on your, like, with your hands behind you or whatever, on the ground.
That's also crab walking.
By the way, the chat was saying that you should be on the blooper reel now for that opening.
Wait, the opening where I didn't have anything to say?
No.
No, the SGDQ.
Summer games done
Oh.
crying.
It's like, okay.
Summer games are done now.
1,
Quick.
go.
No.
Go.
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 Summer games are done. Quit crying. Very nice. Oh no. Okay, that was a little annoying there, but one thing that is great about this game is there are very few events that are actually based on random number generation, and so I don't really have to worry too much about like random things screwing me up. Just me being bad and
Didn't you tell me this was going to be not death abuse, Rob?
I did say that.
You liar.
I'm not lying.
Not yet, at least. Well, anyway, later we're going to be playing Kirby's Return to Dreamland, and I don't think we've mentioned this yet, but we're setting up donation incentives to get more people in on the fun. So for $100, you can add a third player, and for another $100, you can add a fourth player, and it's going to make things 2 and 3 times much more awesome.
We are also going to be setting up a donation incentive for EX mode. So if you want to see us really get hosed a lot,
It'll be all kinds of fun, and you'll just make it better. So let's see those donations and stuff.
now just for safety's sake, I'm going to come here and get healed by this little safe area.
We also have a donation going for fighting Solid Arm and Illusion of Gaia, the spiritual successor or actual successor, however you want to make it.
You get Solid Arm fight in this game for free.
Yeah. So if you want an Illusion of Gaia, you have to.
We'll point him out when we get there.
Yeah.
He's the guy with the solid arms.
All right, we have a $10 donation from. He must be on his laptop. Cyberbot X. Says good luck, Reaif, on SGDQ quick. Put this toward reverse boss order and floor.
Well, thank you, Cyberbot.
We have $5 from Joseph Fenton, who is a little bit misplaced in his comment, but I'll read it anyway. Reaif, do your thing and conquer Soul Bladder.
You know, I did use the bathroom right before actually.
But was it a
Coming.
soul bladder?
Was it the Soul Bladder?
It was my soul bladder.
I think we've got duct tape right over here.
We have
He
a
was
lot of
threatening me with it earlier.
I was threatening everybody with it earlier.
And we have $10 from Josh Waters. He says, well, I hope you're happy, getting me up at 4:30 in the morning. Then again, I guess any donation you get makes you guys pretty happy.
We are happy. We're also happy to just
Absolutely.
have you here as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, and tell Rafe that, if you can, this $10 goes to telling Lisa that you are not human at the end of Area 6. I'm pretty sure it doesn't make a difference, but do it anyway.
Okay. I'll make sure to do that.
Alright.
I'm trying to remember what I usually pick. I usually go through so fast, I'm not sure. I think it's kind of random depending on which button I happen to be pushing at the time. Well, I switch off, or I alternate between the accept and the cancel button whenever I'm going through text boxes, so it kind of is random for me which one I choose.
So now we're going into a painting.
Get dragged into the painting.
Level up.
Wow, you finally hit level 2.
Yep.
Yes!
You have increased stats.
Yeah, as you level up, you actually alternate between getting extra defense and extra attack, along with extra life.
So seriously, you can call this game Soul Strafer. It would be pretty accurate.
No, Soul Crab Walker.
Okay.
Yeah, it is the Crab Walker.
Okay.
We could call it Lone Crab Walker, too.
As opposed to Luke Skywalker. Lone Crab Walker? Distant relative, perhaps?
His father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate.
Yes.
What does that make them?
Absolutely
nothing.
nothing. Oh, no. Are we getting to that?
Let's not go there.
One of the best movies.
Because we could, and we would spend the whole time quoting the movie, because I could probably quote almost the entire movie.
I can too.
It's better to quote the movie than to watch it these days.
Yeah. In high school, a friend of mine and I reenacted the fight scene.
With the backflip?
No, we didn't ever did that, but we did the, face, thing. Because, I'm shorter than Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
And
your head is almost as large.
Alright, so, whoa, okay. It's okay if I take a little damage here because I'm about to gain a level anyway. Also, the way experience kind of scales in this game is
Retarded.
pretty ridiculous. And so, I won't be, killing very many enemies.
It's
Alright, I kill the minimum in each area just because of the way...
Yeah, the XP scales in such a way that, it's almost always like an order of magnitude.
Oh, that guy looks familiar to me.
This is solid arm, stiff arm.
As lots of people seem to be calling him these days.
He seems easier here.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, he's a lot harder in Illusion of Gaia. I guess he grew up a
No,
little bit.
he's not.
Well,
When you watch Pixel fight him, no.
he has
he's not.
more health.
Yeah. he takes more hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is like Nitrodon could do him blindfolded.
Oh.
Well, if
And not take a hit.
Reaif wasn't perfect on that, that would have taken a lot of hits by swinging the sword.
Yeah, so what I did there is I equipped a medical airput, which fills up my life whenever I run out of life. And so I was able to just sit there and tank him the whole time. It's a pretty tight trick, that one, to actually get the quick kill on him. Otherwise, the boss fight takes about 5 or 6 times longer.
It's also one of those few fights where holding your sword out is more DPS than actually swinging, right?
Yeah.
No, for most boss fights, just holding it out is
Oh, okay.
the best way of doing it. It's kind of you'll see me do it a lot in this run. It's amazing how just touching somebody with a sword is just as good as swinging. Just as good.
Oh, by the way, you've
It's a
got
life
Everhate
lesson
in
as
the
well.
chat, so you gotta have a good run.
Oh, yay. Well, he was always there to remind me what I was doing wrong in my practice runs when I would stream.
Did he yell like Exo usually does at PJ?
I don't think he yells. He just kind of says, by the way, you
Oh
know...
no, that's not Exo. Exo types in all caps, "You're doing it wrong!"
Well, this guy, Everhate, he really understands the stream lag thing, so he's like, oh, well, it's too late now, but... So at the end of each world, I get like this stone that will allow me to move to the next world, and so I do have to actually kill the boss from each place.
It's really RD. We did one at the beginning. We did one a roll call like 4 minutes ago.
That means if you don't know who we are, too bad.
You might find out eventually. But we promise nothing.
Now these monsters up here, they're kind of my arch nemesis. These bushes, they're actually invincible whenever their tendril is out, and they move completely randomly. And so it's just really hard.
It's not like those incredibly smart enemies in the previous world that would stand there at the lair while you hold your sword at them.
Yeah, these guys actually move independent of what I do. Like, these guys are pretty smart too. They just walk out and die.
They queue very nicely.
They queue nicely.
Cake or death?
They chose death, I'm afraid. And it wasn't a mistake.
Well, you're all out of cake anyway, so.
But yeah, there's like little safe spots for each.
I like how he stops right in front of you.
Mm-hmm. They're just like, this is
They
close
queue
enough.
very nicely, and they wait in line patiently for death. Or cake.
I know it hurts you when I touch you, but does it hurt me when you touch me? That must be what's going through their head.
It's too early in the morning.
Far too early.
So I'm gonna try and manipulate these guys right here to kind of meet me in the middle.
Now these guys are actually quite confused because they don't know where to queue. Like, they're like, why you keep moving? Wait for me.
Now this is like the hardest room in the area in here because it's a room full of bushes.
Wow.
The shrubbery do not.
But
We have.
did you just hear what you just said? But just the way, this
Like
room
a
is so
fellow
hard
animal
because of
there.
the shrubbery.
The shrubs, they really they're hard.
Alright.
Alright, we've got $10 from Aaron Ritter, aka Corodius. Glad to see Reaif showing up for a little classic game action. Please put this on Mega Man 4 RBO. Another quarter from Joseph Fenton, who says Shiden.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, I forgot to attach my name to my epic soul bladder comments. You know me, Reaif.
Oh, I do know him.
That was a 25-cent donation?
Yes.
I always
PayPal
called
thanks you
him.
for your 2
I always
bits.
called him
Yeah.
Shiden.
He just did it to get his name right. You should have just messaged. Oh, you did message me. This is why I'm so lonely over here. I miss things like
You should have
that.
just.
But PayPal does thank you for your 2 bits.
That little guy down there is sad because he wants to come but doesn't know how to get there.
He's queuing so nicely. He's like, I'm right here, come get me.
He's trying so hard too. Look at that.
Those mudmen. So misunderstood. It's so sad.
Yeah, part of what makes this game...
Shiden is correct. Sorry, Shiden.
Oh, whoa, I totally went the wrong way there. There's the level up I was expecting. Okay.
You can take as much damage as you want now.
I love how they move 2 tiles over.
Yeah, it's a peculiar thing that's common across a lot of the AI in this game. Like, enemies just kind of stay away from a certain square. They move in 3x3 areas and they don't touch the middle of that very much. And you notice how I'm facing sideways here. It's because the hitbox on the sword is just so much better from the side.
Yeah, like you can get like 2 hits in one swing, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it does a lot more damage.
Yeah.
That's all I really know about it.
That's all you need to know, I guess.
Squirrel.
Gems.
Mostly what I care about is the stump. The stump is my big concern there. I really don't care about the squirrel, but I've got to have that stump.
The stump needs to have
The
leaves
sleeping
on it.
stump.
Yeah, that's right. The stump's got to have leaves in order to be useful.
You know,
Wow.
demons and all, not a problem, but shrubbery and trees and such are your worst nightmare.
Squirrel, stumps.
Yeah.
Also, it is interesting. This is another instance where the sword is doing more damage standing still than when you're swinging it. Because mid-swing doesn't do as much damage as at the end of the swing where you're just kind of holding it out for a bit.
Yes, I suppose. Probably. Maybe. Sure.
Very thoughtful.
Guys, it's like 4:30 in the morning or something. I don't even know anymore.
There was a note of hysteria in your voice right there.
Okay, we have a $20 donation. Woo! From Thomas Arthur. Let's put $10 for both players in Return to Dreamland. Have fun and good luck, guys. Do we need it to be specified?
$10 for both players?
We already put the
does that mean?
incentives into the database. Just find them
Okay.
and assign stuff.
So now I just got the best magic in the game that I'll be using for pretty much the entire game. It's this 4-way shooter thing. You'll see what it does here in a moment when I use it on
It
these
kills.
guys. It's really powerful and it's great for maneuvering. Now this is actually a hot plate, so I will be waiting till it cools off just a little bit.
Oh, it's like I kind of feel like eggs now. That gets the best reaction ever.
I don't think I heard it.
Okay, that was a little early.
You said no death abuse. We
Yeah.
are holding you to this.
Well, I might die, but it's not because I'll be abusing it.
It'll be abusing you.
Are you gonna pick up any strange bottles?
Nope. I'm staying away from those strange bottles.
They're kind of strange.
Just charge.
It's okay. You picked up the ice armor, remember?
Not yet. There's actually armor you can get that will protect you from these things, but I don't have it yet because it's just not convenient enough.
See, I figured you just
Oh,
skipped
that's the
it.
problem.
I mean, like weren't going to pick it up at all.
I am gonna pick it up for a part that comes later where they use hot plates and they throw monsters that kill you ridiculously quickly.
I need more messing around while you're waiting.
I know. I used that magic there to try and kill off some of the guys so I'd only take 1 point of damage, or get hit once anyway. Whoa! Okay. Some, like, the controls are really wiggy in this game. Like, they just don't always do what you think they will. And so...
Yeah,
Sounds
this game
like an
controls pretty
excuse.
well.
And the hitboxes on the sources.
He's trying to cover up his own sleepiness.
Sleepy games done quick.
Sleepy games.
Done quasi quick.
Yes.
Hey!
There we go.
See, you can tell our tiredness. It takes us a beat just to realize what the other person said.
So now I'm actually asking this crocodile if it's okay if I walk over them.
And apparently he's the leader of all the crocodiles because all the other crocodiles.
Oh wait,
are
you
just
did
fine.
actually name it SGDQ.
Yes.
I've been on here the entire time. I thought he just like backed out of it or something.
I tried, but then I did the button again. I didn't know how to play at the moment.
And don't forget to get the leaves of greenwood.
Oh yeah, so in order to proceed, I have to get these things called the leaves of greenwood, and apparently I can't just pick them from a tree. I actually have to dig them out of the ground because that's where leaves
Also, a sleeping tree.
flourish.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and I was just visiting the dreams of a sleeping tree here. He thinks he's a bird.
Squirrel.
Squirrel? Yeah. So here I am I'm gonna dig them up in the bones of a dog, from the bones of an old dog.
That's right.
See, all the other leaves in the place are not of greenwood. They're, I guess, implanted.
Alright, here's the ice armor. It'll come in handy a little bit for the boss that's coming up in the last area, but I won't be going over any more hot plates for a while. So
It's extra defense, though.
Yeah, it is extra defense, which is very handy for the boss.
Alright, we get $5 for Mark Thiessen. I've seen him a few times. Soul Blazer is one of my favorite SNES games. 100% of F6.
Okay.
So here are these rafts are telling me they can't take me, but then they say, "Oh, you've got the leaves of greenwood. We'll take you across."
Your rafts are completely sentient.
Yes, a lot of things are a lot more sentient than you would have thought originally. So be careful, like don't slam doors because they don't like it, and be careful about rafts. They're not to be trusted. So I was able to suck those gems across the boundary there because I couldn't pick them up.
So now
Oh,
the
what am I
sword is
doing?
like a vacuum cleaner?
Yes, it is
Yes.
a lot like a vacuum cleaner.
For gems. It's a treasure sword.
It is actually called the Sword of Life, the first sword.
Though all it seems to do is cause death.
I bestow life upon you!
It's the sort of anti-life.
Oh wow, that guy was perfectly in the middle of my thing there. So I'm standing in this corner here to make as many monsters as possible spawn from other layers, because these other ones will spawn on a timer instead of just one by one.
As long as they're on screen.
As long as they're on screen, that is a good little caveat to point out. Oh, whoops, that was bad.
Since I'm a little bit narcissistic, what motivated you to do this run for SGA for Summer Games Done Quick?
Really, kind of last Summer Games Done Quick, you started picking this up.
Yeah, it was about a year ago when I said, you know, I'd really like to play this game at a marathon, but it's always been one of my very favorite games. I just grew up with it, and it's just a lot of fun to play. Like, it's kind of basic, the whole like layout and gameplay, but it's just really enjoyable.
Fun.
That wasn't the right answer. You were supposed to say that DW told you to.
Oh yeah, that's right. DW, Darkwing. He said I should learn to run this game so that when everybody is doing the quintet games, we can have a quintet like showdown at a marathon. Is that the right answer?
Good enough.
Unfortunately, we're still missing Terranigma.
We still
Yeah.
are, but that's the one I don't know enough of. So.
But we've got
I'm
Illusion of
fine with
Gaia
that.
coming up
Yes.
right after this.
Which I nag Puexel even more than Reaif to run it. So.
Yeah, I didn't need.
I had to
a
be
lot of
here for
convincing.
these 2 games in any role.
And now I'm standing up here to keep those lava guys from spawning as much as I can. I really wanted that gem, even though it made me spend more. Now I'm coming here for a brief life recharge, and then it's pretty much a straight run to the boss from here.
You still have a medical herb?
What's a medicator?
Yeah, this boss is one of the first bosses that like really is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, this one can really troll you.
Also, he's walking in the dark because he couldn't bother to go and talk to the mole who would give him the light.
Oh yeah, you never see those sort of things in speedruns.
Also,
ever.
you'll notice the hitbox for the sword is really weird. I can just hit these guys from...
See, now I see where I was going wrong.
You need to kill them.
I should have been pointing the sword away from the boss.
Exactly.
That's it.
Alright, now I'm going to wait for that pool to disappear because the fire guy in the middle is really nasty. And I really don't want to be bothered by those things. Now this guy used to give me a lot of trouble until I figured out a way to manipulate his AI. But now I can just... Whoa!
He's going counterclockwise.
Okay. I don't know
No,
how
he's
to
supposed
deal.
to be going counter.
I don't know how to deal with
He's
that direction.
going
Ah, I did it again. Okay.
Oh yeah, that was real bad. That was nasty. Look at all that health he lost.
I tell you, if the fire gets me, it'll kill me in 3 hits. So,
And it
That's-
can hit you quite quickly.
and it's really hard to get away once it starts hitting you. Like the fire will just follow you around and kill you. So, that boss didn't look very scary, but because I'm underleveled and
He's scary even if you
Basically,
aren't
what you're
on
trying to
level.
say is because you're such a hoss.
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, this place usually isn't quite so dark. Now the tree is going to give me a green stone. SGDQ.
Sleepy games.
Please take my
That
pet
is
rock.
so definitely a blooper.
This place is
Do you skip the bubble armor?
no. There's some armor coming up here, and I'll kind of show you what it does. But apparently, humans have a hard time breathing underwater, and they've.
But he's
I've
not
never
human.
experienced that.
Guess that.
He is actually
Never had an issue
human.
with it.
He's
Yeah, I
actually
know.
human.
I mean,
Well, human and
Well,
not.
that's not what your story is. Your story is that no, I'm not human, Lisa.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. I also lie, but I don't.
Nice drops.
I don't know. I always thought they were throwing brown stones at you. It's like, are there more
Can't I
of these?
just pick up one? So these rocks here, they've always plagued me with the worst of every kind of problem.
If you don't have magic, those rocks will eat you alive.
Yeah, they're surprisingly feisty. I'll show you kind of what they do here. They run after you and they just
They take forever to kill. Yeah.
they
Hey,
take forever
don't
to kill.
stop.
So I decided I needed to have a lot of magic there. So that's why I've been kind of saving up my gems.
Oh, hey, look, there's trees attacking me.
Yeah, everything is feisty on this island.
The
In fact,
fish.
we could even call it a hyper island.
feisty forest.
Good alliteration.
Yeah. Feisty fighting forest.
Missed it. Okay.
But yeah, the magic takes each tick of the magic will take half a rock's life. But you need to swing with the sword for 5 to 10 seconds just to kill a rock.
Yeah, the rocks have a lot of physical defense, and they take a long time to kill with the sword. And so now there's this mermaid that's like, oh, is there anyone who needs to use the bubble armor?
Because she was just gonna throw it away. You know.
Well, I have no use for this, so it's going in the trash.
I mean, I've been hanging on to it for such a long time.
It's just taking up
I think
space
I'll
in
just
the
put
garage.
it on the
They really
sidewalk.
encourage recycling in Oceania or whatever the name of this place is.
I can't even remember the name.
Me neither. It's
I
probably
wanna
like
call it
Atlantis
show-
or something.
It's actually. Whoops,
Oh, it's St. Ellis.
It's St. Ellie's. Right.
Watery place. I like that name better.
Oh, I have not had a human guest in a long time. I knew
I
you
thought he
can't
wasn't.
breathe underwater. So
How
now I'm going to
convenient.
equip the bubble armor,
Which has more shields.
which has, yes, it has more shields. Also, if you come out here without the bubble armor, you just slowly lose HP until you die.
Oh,
So-
I still had two.
It's like the Varia suit.
Yeah, it's like in Metroid when you go into a hot area without the Varia suit. So,
I don't see him. Where is he?
yeah, I stand behind these guys and they just have no idea where I am.
Stupid monkeys.
Stupid monkey.
The statues are sentient.
Yes. The statues talk to me, just me,
Not to anybody else.
not to anybody else. And
Oh,
they open the way.
Not creepy at all.
No, not in the least.
So this is kind of how this level progresses. You don't just like make your way to the end boss. You have to like go to each area, release the statue from each area, and then you can go to the boss.
reminds me of Sky Garden.
Watch out for the giant koosh balls.
Yeah, you'll see those. They're really cool, actually. I kind of want to pick them up and play with them a little bit, but
They're kind of spiny.
what I did right there was pick up the mermaid's tears, which will be useful at the volcano level coming up.
If they're spiny, are they spineless?
Yes. See, there's a koosh ball. There's another one down there.
Koosh balls are awesome.
I miss koosh balls.
I don't think they've gone anymore.
Well, you can't really get them anymore, can you?
You can get those really big, dumb looking ones.
They're not called koosh balls. They're big and talking.
I have to walk through this one.
Why would you want to hurt a koosh ball?
I wouldn't.
It didn't die.
He still poked it?
I did.
Like 3 times.
He
Don't-
poked it out of the way.
Don't you poke fuzzy things?
No, I didn't even poke it out of the way.
The eagle is following me. Now, this happens to be a safe spot where the fish can't shoot me and the monkeys don't want to hurt me.
A big part of this game is finding the right places to stand.
Yes, there's usually a safe spot for every place. That fish is...
You just ruined his day.
Well, he ruined mine, so we're even, I guess.
Look at him, he's helpless now.
Keep flopping.
Very nice.
Oh, get that one. Okay. See how many hits that rock took?
Alright, I'm going to give you a couple updates on what we got going here. Fight Solid Arm in Illusion of Gaia. You saw him here. He's the optional boss in Illusion of Gaia. He's got $40 out of
him here
150.
anyway.
Yeah, he didn't last long, but we did.
You just walked up and started sticking your sword into him.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'll take it.
No provocation at all.
So
just
we need
kind of-
another $110 for that to happen. We also have Mega Man 4 coming up relatively soon, and we have a challenge to reverse boss order, which basically means your animator will go through the first 8 bosses the wrong way and never have the boss's weakness. We are at $75 out of 300 needed for that to happen. And we have the other donation.
Wait,
Good. So, yeah.
Did you just mess up?
I didn't release the statue.
You sure didn't.
Well,
You're gonna have to walk back to that koosh ball.
that's
Alright,
really
so we'll
weird.
get the timer out. Let's see how much time is losing.
Yeah, I'm probably
So
gonna
you're at,
lose 2
you're
or
at
3 minutes.
40 minutes right now.
I'm probably gonna lose a couple minutes at least.
Wow.
Wow, that was
Bit of a brain fart.
It is for what time is it now?
It's probably 5:10 or something.
It's 5:22-ish.
Yeah.
No, 7:27.
I'll bet you Everhate pointed it out before.
I have to look- I know it's a bit too late, but
Oh, wait.
I'm leaving you this donation
Actually-
to tell you that.
But
Yeah,
you're
right
bad
here.
and you should feel
Oh
bad.
my
he
god.
did not. He must be
man.
really tired.
I was wondering, I'm
himself,
like, you didn't
'cause he
need
never
that one,
mentioned
did
it.
you?
I don't see him mentioning it here, so he's probably just as tired as the rest of us.
Silly me.
Or maybe he's just like,
I have to admit, that's not one I've forgotten before.
So I guess you can
That
add that
works.
to the.
That's
this
the
has
fun.
never happened
This is-
before,
yeah.
real.
Oh, definitely. Oh, ugh. Come on. The text boxes in this game are not very responsive. Sometimes you have to
can't
hit the
just hold
button.
down and
No.
You just can't hold down. You
Not
have
only
to,
can you not hold down, but you have to press it when the game is actually watching for input.
Yeah, because
which happens a little bit after the choices pop up.
sometimes I have to push the button a couple times to get it to respond in menus.
Maybe it's a controller thing.
It's
Oh,
not.
no.
Did you realize that
Unless
when
your
you were
controller's bad.
No, my controller is the best pad in the universe.
when you were low on health
Our button
earlier,
sucks, but
worried about dying, you actually had an herb equipped.
I did.
So he caught that, but he didn't catch the other one.
I thought he already used
See,
his herb.
yeah, I pointed
I
out
used
no
that,
such.
but I got
yeah.
another one.
He's been awake for 40 hours, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well, I guess he can be
all.
excused.
Running his own marathon, I guess.
Yeah.
The SGDQ Watchathon.
This is
I bet there's a stream up
SGDQ
somewhere of someone
now.
watching SGDQ.
Watch us, watch you.
Watch us all.
Something.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was an SRL race for SGDQ.
Watch
There's
us
not.
all watch you.
I
Watch
considered
us,
creating
watch
one
you
at the beginning, but I mean,
I bet somebody else.
everybody knows it's already going on. So
I'm pretty sure there was one for AGDQ.
I know there's a bot in Number SMW that like lists out like the next 5 games and what's going on right now when certain games are happening. It's pretty cool little bot.
So this is a fairly unique area in that stuff is constantly falling down. Now, normally you can get a little animal friend, an angelfish, who will protect you from any and all falling things, but I really didn't have the
Not
time
that big of a threat.
to release him.
You don't like him.
Not to mention that like the ball of the protection is actually a circle that
Yeah.
travels along with that ball. And sometimes you just get nailed anyway.
So here's another safe spot where I'm safe from the monkeys and the fish.
How about the
You say
falling
fire.
meteor thing?
I
No.
know. You had to see it.
The Dragon Dark effect.
That is the new name for it, I guess.
Well, we do have a $10 donation from Brocklyn McIntyre. Says donating $10 because Soul Blazer never has enough love. Put this toward the bonus boss of Illusion of Gathering.
Sweet.
So I'll be doing that in.
So you guys gonna like physically throw me out of the room for Soulbender? It's gonna be like carried off.
Well, let's just say I'm reconsidering letting you on the couch for Super Metroid.
I don't have that much of an effect on Metroid games though, except my own. Those are great, Jameson.
Yeah, I suspect it would be hard to not have an effect on your own run.
So I'm actually low enough on life right now that the boulders could kill me before I am
Do
ready
you have an
to.
herb equipped?
Shh. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Trying to just raise the tension.
Way to lower the bar, DW.
Remember to step on all the hot things. 'Cause
The
that's-
sad thing is that
that's a
the
good
ice
thing.
armor does not work. On
Well,
these
well, this is really, really hot.
There we go. I got a level, so I got a free life refill. I'm gonna wait for this guy to come down, because this is an easy kill spot for these guys. Now I'm gonna walk across the hot stuff so you can see just how hot it is.
That was really fast.
Now I'm going to use the mermaid's tears to cool off all the lava, but you can only do it right here. Now when I walk on it, it's a lot more friendly.
Oh. I like how they don't even
Seizures.
bother to. Oh, now they bother to change it. Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
just
they
takes-
do, yeah, but the effect is instantaneous, which is nice.
Yeah.
Their mermaid's tears version 2 worked out the bugs. This is not a very good line of conversation, so I'll just stop.
So coming up here, I'm going to be picking up a new sword, but there's an interesting effect of swords where they have kind of a minimum level where you cannot. The intention was that you couldn't equip a sword until you were a certain level. Like this critical sword, I cannot use it until I'm level 11. But they didn't actually stop you from being able to equip them. They just stopped you from being able to swing them. So I can actually poke people with swords that I'm too low level for. Although at this stage in the game, it's not very helpful yet. But we'll be seeing that later on when I get the in Leo's lab and in the
Zantetsu
castle.
sword.
The Zantetsu and the Phantom Sword. Also the Soul Blade. So like the last 3 weapons that I pick up. Here, take this.
I'm trying to come up with a joke for critical, meaning saying bad things about you while you're using it, but I just can't come up with a good
That's
segue
good.
into
That's good.
it.
You did come up with a pretty lame segue into it.
So I guess she just gave you a pee bag right there.
Yes, a
Weasel
little,
would be
a little
jealous.
bag of experience.
Yeah.
So
Although
now,
Fiesel doesn't get all the ones he gets.
you guys, this little mermaid is fun. She
that
asks
supposed
you
to mean?
if you've seen the Queen of Mermaids. If you say no, she'll actually show you the Queen of Mermaids by turning into her.
Oh.
This is a secret. The Queen looks like this, but nobody else knows that she looks like that.
Wow.
Anyway, so there's this dolphin who's apparently a friend of Dr. Leo, the inventor I mentioned at the beginning. Dr. Leo had a lot of animal friends, and he was good friends with this dolphin and gave him a gem, or a stone that was taken by the queen. Anyway, so now he's going to give me the thunder ring.
The one use only ring.
Yeah, this ring is only useful for one time in the entire game. It's pretty cool, though.
What do we say? Is it to electrocute that mermaid right there?
No.
Oh, so you
It's not even useful for that.
You've told Lisa that you're not human, right?
Not yet.
Oh.
No, it's not gonna be for a while.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's like a lot closer to the end of the game. Now, where am I going? This way. Okay.
You think you're going this way?
No,
You've
alright then.
played this game before, right?
I've played it a couple times.
Oh.
Now it's time for hyperspeed. Okay, we're done. That was ludicrous speed, I think.
It also lets you run right up that cliff face.
Yeah, too.
These hermit crabs can kind of troll me up pretty well. Because they'll like walk out right on top of me sometimes, and I can't hit them when their shell is all the way down. And so they'll just like come sit on top of me
I love you.
a little too much. Island of Rain. Leicester.
Okay, you got good bad luck here, man. It's the island of rain.
Oh, I've determined that naming anything Athena is worse than naming it Rain.
Mm-hmm.
So, we should make sure that there's at least one character in Final Fantasy VI that is named Divina.
All right, so this is
Pretty
kind
sure they're all
of
going to be named Pox.
this is kind of where the Thunder Ring is going to be useful. These guys, I can't actually damage them with this sword, and so I have to use the Thunder Ring in the very specific location of being near these gold blocks in order to wipe them out. Oh, but I missed one of them, so I have to do it again. So that's the only time the ring is ever useful for the entire game.
You didn't have the medical herb equipped.
You're right, I didn't.
So it was tense.
It was. I had the Dream Rod equipped.
It would have been quite priceless, actually, for you to say,
Oh!
No, it'll be fine. Die.
Oh wait, what?
whoops.
Oh, darn. So this jewel now is going to tell me about how to use the Thunder Ring.
And you just used it.
I just used it.
Okay.
Also warped me back to town, which is good.
We'll actually see that in Illusion of Gaia as well.
Go arrow along the sea then.
Yes. You
North
must go
east.
arrow. Northwesterly?
Yes, in a northwesterly direction.
In a what?
Oh, the delay on that speed.
Northwest.
Northwest?
Northwest.
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 You know, from Scandinavia.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was Norse-West. You know, like a Norse-West?
Here's an actual legitimate question from Shigem. He's wondering why you aren't playing the Japanese version.
The Japanese version is faster, but we're catering to a mostly English-speaking audience, and you can actually read the text this way.
If you
Also,
read
there's no
really
hammer
fast.
dashing, so...
Yeah, there is no hammer dashing. Not that that applies to this game anyway, but...
There's nothing like it in this game.
That's true. Although the text boxes do go ridiculously fast in Japanese. Like, it'll save... It's like a 10-minute difference, approximately, between the English
But you've
version
played
and
the Japanese version several times, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. I'm just stopping there to fill up the rest of my life, and now it's time to go face down with the boss. I'm going to equip here the most useful item in the whole game, pretty much, which is, it will double my attack power, which is very, very handy.
Man, those planks.
By the way,
got
we're
They're
still,
the best of you.
Yeah, they usually do.
we're still getting questions in the chat on what SGDQ
Do you,
means.
it's Sleepy Games done quasi-quick.
Do you equip the critical sword here already, or...?
No, I don't equip the critical sword
I mean,
here.
you're not swinging.
It's true, but it doesn't actually do any more damage to equip the
Oh yeah, I guess
critical
because the
sword.
stabby attack is fixed damage or something.
Mm,
You sure?
for now, at least.
Oh, okay. What if you got a magical crit? You can't crit bosses.
You can't crit bosses. Yeah, the critical sword is cool because you can actually get a really random critical strike every here and there.
That will one-hit anything that isn't a boss.
It's just called the purple
I am getting tired. This chat is amusing me.
Come on. But yeah, changing directions quickly in this game is very unreasonable.
Make like a crab and walk.
Quit being so crappy.
Uh,
Now I'm gonna go talk to the queen, who's magically a nice person now. It's amazing what
It's a crapshoot.
being imprisoned in darkness will do for your disposition.
I'm still waiting on the comments from Wesley Kitchens, who donated $30.
Release all creatures. Have you been releasing all creatures, Reaif?
Alright, off to the snail land.
The land of snails and mushroom people.
Mushroom people are awesome.
They really are. The people who inhabit this mountain tend to have very short lifespans, about a year long, but they make good use of their time.
Well, maybe it's because of all
So I
those
hear.
snow bumps there. They just...
Ouch.
It's all about finding the right place to stand.
Yeah, so in the beginning of the game, the monsters were giving me like 1 and 2 experience. Now I'm getting 85.
Like roughly triples every area or something like that.
Well, you usually find that the
Wow.
weakest monster in the next world will give you twice as much experience as the strongest monster in the previous world.
That's a pretty good rough approximation.
Also snowballs.
Yeah, these snowballs are sentient.
And they will hunt you down.
They will.
And they are quite common.
Now, because I have not used my medical herb already, the game doesn't let you have 2, so if you already have one in your inventory, it will actually heal you, or like use the one that's in your inventory.
Do you know which ones it uses?
No.
I mean,
Does it matter?
the effect would be the same anyway.
It doesn't
I mean,
actually
it's-
matter. Also, I just picked up some armor here called the Mystic Armor, which makes magic cost half as many gems. So I'll be using quite a bit of magic in this area coming up here soon. Just be throwing it out like
How long do you
crazy.
keep that armor?
Up through like
Most of Leo's
most
lab.
of Leo's lab, yeah. Then I'll switch it out for the light armor because I really need the defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, every like piece of armor has a special equipment.
That snowball is sad.
Yeah. He's
No.
having trouble falling.
While he's sliding here, he has like no control until he hits a stopping point.
Yeah, I can only choose my direction once.
You know, typical sliding ice block.
I mean, that's
Ice
what ice
physics.
does in real life, right?
Yeah. You slide until you hit something that you kind
I
of
hate
turn and
these
face another direction. You'll just
Mysterious
slide
moose
that way.
guys.
Skeletal moose.
What are those animals?
The mice?
They're like orcs.
Like,
With
Oh
clubs.
yeah, these are yetis.
Oh,
So
with clubs.
I just got to level 11, so now I can actually swing the critical sword. And I'll be equipping it as soon as I pick up the mushroom shoes that this little boy is going to give to me.
those are the shoes that let you walk on ice.
Yeah, because if you put mushrooms on your feet, you don't slip on ice.
Yeah.
Well, they've also got snail goo. They're
Life-
made out of mushrooms and they have snail goo on them.
Life lesson.
I will have to try that sometime.
Yes.
Mushroom shoes with snail goo. Never lose your traction. Also athlete's foot. In the
Lots.
form of a shoe.
It is a fungus.
Snail goo? Wow, we're going to be dealing with more of that type of stuff. in the movie.
it's an
There's
item.
so many.
Yeah, there's a
Connections.
snail pie.
Yeah, snail pie.
Alright, so now I have to climb the whole mountain again.
Anyway, now that Reaif is level 11, he can equip the critical sword, which he got in the previous world.
Why do they call it the critical sword?
Because it'll occasionally do a critical hit and do lots of wonderful damage to enemies.
Wonderful.
Wonderful damage.
It's
Wonderful.
pretty rare though. Like most of the time, I don't see it during a run.
That's a useful critical sword.
However, it does a lot more damage, so
Wow.
it's just useful for damage sake.
That snowball's self-destructed.
Yeah, if you walk just right, they'll do that. I can't really explain it, but you see, now I can change direction mid or before
You're actually
hitting a wall.
walking on the ice
Yeah.
instead of just sliding everywhere.
Pretty much.
But you'll still slip on the slopes.
Yeah, slopes still make you slide even if you have mushrooms.
But you can totally walk right up icy slopes.
So I think that was a critical
Exactly.
hit just now.
Oh, wow.
My first hit with the critical sword.
Oh, those! If J-Man was here, he'd be very upset.
Huh?
Those goo things are similar to Star Tropics too.
Oh, it wasn't
Yeah, you should.
Wait for it.
Why does it take so long?
Because they're on a timer.
Yeah, they're on a slow timer. So different layers have different ways of producing enemies. It's either timed, and the time can vary from very long to very short, or they wait until the previous monster is dead. So like these guys, I kill these wizards from a distance because if you get close to them, they teleport and they warp back randomly. And
They're wizards.
They're kind of like wizrobes. They're really annoying.
Wizards are annoying in every game.
Well, sort of.
Every game.
Zelda 2.
Bats are annoying in every game too.
Yeah.
Zelda 2, they're annoying because you can't kill them unless you have a certain spell. And they just stand there and mock you.
You released a
unless you
hallway and a girl.
I can't say wizard robes aren't annoying in my game.
Just ran through that stone ice flower looking thing.
Yeah.
Ah. Man, I got it. It's off right now because the.
Bats are the worst enemy ever.
Yeah, one of the really great things about this game is the music. I mean, it's just, such a, I guess, underrated title. You know, I don't know how many people really played this as a kid, but a great game with great music.
It's fabulous music. That's like half the reason it's pretty much 90% of the reason I decided to start speedrunning this game. Because I really like the music and I don't get sick of listening to it.
Yeah.
And when you play a game enough to speedrun it, you really...
You gotta like the music.
Or you gotta stop listening to it.
Yeah.
Or you can be after
Invisible pathway there for most of
and
that.
never listen to music.
Well,
Or
most
we can run
invisible.
Athena and drive ourselves crazy.
Yeah.
That bat is.
Unless we
so
talk
cute.
about that.
Well, I got him good.
What is that one dungeon in Rygar with like 4 notes for music or something?
Corner
Dungeon.
Yeah.
It has a
It's,
name.
Durago, and the funny thing is, that's where we spend the grind session. Dun, 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 dun.
So, just a moment here, or a moment earlier, I picked up another sword called the Lucky Blade, which I won't be using very much at all during the game, but it's actually a plot item. There's an old man, kind of a stickler really, who won't let you pass unless you have the Lucky Blade.
Grumble, grumble.
The Lucky Blade is kind of cool though because it increases the drop rate of large gems.
And coupled with the mystic armor, it makes for lots of magic usage. Also, if any of you people are familiar with ActRaiser, you'll notice that some of these sound effects are quite familiar.
Like all of the
Empty
sound
eyes in
effects.
the chat. Yeah, it's been discussed quite a bit.
So these are just another kind of wizrobe. They shoot 3 fireballs instead of one little like electric
You
ball.
mean they stand at the lair until they die?
Yeah.
Which is
As long as
roughly
you-
the same pattern that the other guys had?
Just as long as you keep your distance.
There
Also-
will be a time when we'll see guys actually do the little transforming spinny moves. Oh, the sun's coming up.
Yep, sun's coming up. Hooray!
I see that like every day.
So this particular layer had an interesting spawn pattern where the enemies were pre-spawned and they just you can just find them. So this is the stickler of a grandpa who won't let you
How
pass.
many grandpas are
What is he blocking?
There's a lot of grandpas. He's blocking the way to the next dungeon, and you have to go there.
Why can't you just hit him with your sword and move on?
Because I can't use my sword in the town area.
Oh.
It just magically disappears.
But yeah, like if you try and walk past, he'll get in your way and be mean about it.
He'll be like, get off my lawn, kids.
So they don't have grass over here.
So they just make you get
It's a stone
swords
lawn.
instead.
They have a lawn made of.
Get off my ice, kids.
There's only one of me. Shut up, kids!
Alright, we got to the underground caves, so we're getting a little bit closer to being done with this area.
Aren't all caves under some ground?
Some are under rocks.
I'm gonna say probably. At this time in the morning, I could be wrong. Oh, I miscounted. So this guy actually does his little warping thing.
Oh, was that another critical hit? Or did you manage to whack him before he disappeared?
I killed him before he could disappear again.
No.
The details are unimportant.
Oh, never mind.
I don't know what you're talking
The screen
about.
doesn't
Critical
flash when you're
sword!
critical, so it's just like, whatever.
So, Dr. Leo, the inventor, had another friend. His name was Gnome, and he's a giant snail.
Like I said, very many animal friends.
So his name is Gnome, and he lives in a town of gnomes, but he's a snail.
Yes. Very aptly put. So this guy, he's gonna be annoying, because he'll just keep reappearing around me.
needs food badly.
Red Wizard needs killing badly. Oh. So I'm rotating back between these two layers so I can make this go a little faster. Whoa.
So you can have monsters that are pre-spawned. You can have monsters that will spawn once you kill the previous monster. You can have monsters that spawn on a timer, every 3 seconds or something. One of them will spawn and they'll just
The
stack.
last ones are the ones where they'd spawn every second or something.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Because the
Because
pre-spawned ones, you have to go and hunt them down and
Yeah.
find them.
So like there's another set of pre-spawned ones over here on the right. They're down there a ways. This is the biggest source of bats you could possibly find. Get your wizards. Hot and toasty.
With ice arrows?
Light
How are you
arrows.
toasting them?
Searing them with light.
So yeah, these jellies are pre-spawned. I just gained a level, which is nice, so that I can have full life for the boss coming right up.
Unless you wink, wink.
You're so helpful, Triangle.
Yes.
So positive.
Pointing out what could happen.
Don't say it.
Don't say what?
No, we just need to get Dragon Arcs.
Now I'm gonna release two
Yeah.
grandmas. Now these grandmas here, they play a big role later on. They do a really wonderful dance, which
I knew you were gonna say dance for some reason. I don't know why.
well they do. It's dancing. I don't know what else to call it.
It's just like, he's gonna say dance, that's what it's gonna be.
But yes, the grandmas do a wonderful little spinny dance. Now, interesting little version difference between the American and the Japanese version is this guy is very clearly a woman in the Japanese version.
And by very clearly, he really means that.
Ooh, I got hit there. So pretty much I just take damage from this guy and poke him with my sword. So most of the bosses in this game are really easy, except for the ones that are really hard. Like from World 2, the 3 guys that I stood around and showed off interesting
I'm amused
hitboxes.
at typos now. It was an ever hate typo too, so that was amazing.
Well, 40 hours, man.
Yeah.
41 hours, I guess, by now.
The edges of the room extend a lot farther, so you can kill it in 2 rounds.
Harder.
We haven't had a donation in a while. You guys need to change that.
Yeah, come
Oh,
on.
then I do that. Now I'm getting a donation now.
Always on top of the job there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is slow enough to read.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like the US version for like performing purposes, is because you can actually read at the fastest scrolling speed possible. Alright, so now I'm getting to Dr. Leo's lab here, which is actually one of the harder parts of the run.
And it
Also,
comes one
this
and a-
door is going to tell me about the laboratory a little bit. But if you're nice to doors, they'll open and close themselves.
Or close. Is that nice?
No, you didn't say please.
Well, I just didn't say anything, which is being pretty polite.
As far as doors are concerned, I guess.
Alright, so now, most of the monsters in Leo's lab can only be damaged by a certain kind of sword. So I have to leave the dungeon, go get the sword, and then come back. One of the interesting facts about this sword is I'm actually not allowed to really equip it until I'm level 17, 16?
Or 17, probably 17.
I don't even remember what it is anymore, but I'm actually not supposed to equip this sword yet. It's
Yeah,
16. But because of the weird little exploit where I can poke people with it, I can actually make progress while being underleveled. But yeah, the swing sword button does nothing for me.
But yeah, those flying lawnmowers or whatever they are metal units that can only be.
Yeah, that's right, steamers. Yeah, these guys can only be damaged by a sword that cuts through metal. And the Zantetsu sword does that.
Can you get those other dudes? I guess it doesn't really matter too much.
We've got a $23.06 donation from Samuel Zindel. Says, pretty straightforward. Legend of Zelda file name. Chief.
Okay.
That is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
I like it.
Especially, it's very easy for me to do this time of day.
So here's where the ice armor actually comes in handy for its fire blocking properties. I can walk across these hot plates without taking damage.
And they do a lot of damage.
Alright.
It's also something.
These guys also do a
that
lot too.
makes it safe because you can get to the point where
You should equip your
the game is
good armor now.
He did.
Oh.
So these guys, if they get away from me, they actually run amok. And the rest of the place gets really hard and annoying. So now, I managed to kill them without them getting away, which is good. Also, I'm really low on life, so I'm just going to equip this right now. If I were being really risky, I would actually probably not equip it, but...
Also, if you were at not sleep deprived.
There, just gotta level up. I knew it was close, but it wasn't quite close enough.
I suspect if you had actually kept your power bracelet on, you would have done enough damage to that thing to gain a level.
Oh, I'm sure I would have, but it was a safety precaution.
Safety shit.
What?
You heard it.
I think so.
What did you hear?
Wow,
Safety,
those guys aren't
Safety.
spawning. This little thing right over here, this one where my little ball is, it's usually spawning vacuum cleaners at me.
Thank goodness. I hate vacuum cleaners.
Hoover approves.
Oh, maybe that's where they went.
No, they're coming from there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those are the fast ones. But like the helicopter ones usually spawn from there and come get me.
A great door.
Yeah, not just any door, great door.
These
All the
doors are
doors
all-
in this house are great. Also, I do have to kill these guys. And if they get away, it's like a huge problem.
I want great doors in my house.
You can have them if you're nice to them. So the hitbox on the sword again is kind of big and awesome.
And I haven't heard us talk about the Yeti in a while, so we've got a
They've got some great designs up right now.
The Yeti is selling shirts, and part of the proceeds from each shirt goes
$3.
to
$3 per shirt.
$3 per shirt goes to the charity Organization for Autism Research, and they're great shirts. I'm sure someone will link to the Yeti in the chat.
Weren't you supposed to release some stairs?
I was. I don't know where that was supposed to be though. Oh my gosh.
First a statue, now some stairs.
Oh wait, there's a shortcut back to that place. It's really early in the morning, guys. I'll just say that.
It's really night in the early days.
Yeah. Well, it's not.
I do
really
remember
nice.
where it was now.
Well,
But I
yeah.
forgot to
You
do
know,
it.
this is the only area where you don't have to release people in order to get like things like stairs and stuff. Because
The stairs, you can release them on their own.
The stairs are that important.
So there's the vacuums that usually come chase me down, and here's the stairs.
Steps.
except you can't actually talk to the steps.
Yeah, the steps, despite being releasable on their own.
You just walk all over them. Don't
Well,
you?
the thing is that this house isn't allowed. I do walk all over them. This house doesn't have any humans in it whatsoever. It does normally have a lot of mice and plants. But,
We don't like mice or plants.
What about the little miniature worlds?
Yeah, we're going right there right now. Leo was not only a fan of inventing things, he was also a fan of
sentient miniatures?
city
modeling.
planning. So we're gonna go into the model here.
Sim City.
Did you switch your armor? No.
Now I'm going to actually equip the Lucky Blade because I can swing it, and these guys aren't made of metal. Whoa. And I can also stock up on gems.
This
Alright.
is a very good place to stock up on gems.
We've got a $10 donation from Johan Bruno. Yo, it's passive. Passive. Thanks for the marathon and good luck for the playing and the donations. By the way, I'd like mine to go to the Mirror Master Challenge in Siguri mode. Siguri?
The super hard mode.
Yeah, super hard mode. I've got it up here, but I just don't know how to actually pronounce that.
Shiguri.
Siguri.
I probably pronounced it wrong anyway.
Sounds good to me.
Made a better attempt than I did.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, you can swing the Zantetsu sword now.
Oh yeah, I can properly swing now.
So you're still wearing the Lucky Blade, right?
I'm wearing the Lucky Blade. Yes.
It's gonna be a long drive home.
Oh yeah.
Find Beetlejuice and eliminate him?
Find Beetlejuice and eliminate him.
Beetlejuice.
What's the, what gives you the sword in this one?
The doll.
Properly rested.
Yeah, so
Are
Dr.
you
Leo makes friends with dolls
sufficiently
as well.
I think so.
Good, because I'm not.
Go
I gotta have
Raccoon
someone to do
horses.
I can't do
Yeah,
that. I'm not gonna be able
horse
to do this
nights.
to the guy, 'cause I'm gonna be
Ooh,
like
nice.
having difficulty
Yeah.
as it is now.
No.
Ah, come
I
on.
can
Not
do it
nice
without-
enough.
You want me to take over during Illusion Guy?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That'll work, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
that'd be
multitasking.
fun, Yeah.
I'll try and stick around for Illusion of Gaia, I think. Because I've never actually seen that game all the way through.
Oh.
I need the couch because I've been here since.
You need the couch?
Well, no, not yet. But,
Oh, okay.
for Illusion of Guys, I've been on.
I
this
was just,
thing for-
getting ready to like pull a Hulk and like pick the couch up and throw it at you.
So that's the
And,
appropriate response, I think.
When did I? What was
So, this particular model, I only have to kill one layer in it.
Aquaria? I've been here since Aquaria.
Ah, that was when I was last awake.
Yeah, that's
Well,
why I
I've been
started
here
going to
for-
sleep.
Yeah, I've been here for quite a while. On the, doing this.
So there's a bunch of invisible catapults here.
You can't see them.
I've been doing this for a while. I was like, what do I do now? You know?
Well, I think
Where is it?
I was doing this from above.
There it is.
Yesterday.
Once again, there's another, creature or something that will give your moving ball
Well, this one's
the
only the lead.
ability to see
Really?
things in a
But this
circle
one's only the lead
that
one.
surrounds it
This is only
and
the
stuff
reflex.
like that. But obviously,
The
it's not
shipping bird
needed.
is happening fast.
Now, there is a shortcut
Okay.
that will actually
That's
let me
good.
take
Okay, so-
a
'cause
less
on that
steps
computer,
to get out of this
it's
place.
taking like forever.
But it's actually
So I
10
get
seconds
the-
faster
needs
to
be
walk
on
all the way
computer.
around rather than just kill the monsters at the
But
lair,
from what
those
the
knights,
relay was saying,
and
this
take the shortcut.
updates from everything.
Now I can go to the other basement. So we went down 2 levels in the basement. Now we're going to go down a different set of stairs and go to a different area of the first
Is it a
basement.
different version of the ad then, or? Okay, I'll talk to him when he gets up.
He was up early.
And I'm going to equip
Oh.
the Zantetsu sword, which I can actually equip. I can actually swing properly now.
I like the gradient on the stairs. Yeah, nice.
Are you insulting the
Gray.
stairs?
No, I think they're gradient.
Okay. Yes, I approve.
You
Equip
really
that armor.
set up nicely on
If you
that
want.
one.
Yes, I like to say, I like to think I helped there.
You did get some armor.
Yes, I did, but I'm going to be switching it out for ice armor in a moment anyway. So
Same.
Ice is nice.
ice is nice. Also, not getting burned is nice.
How does ice armor keep your feet from burning?
I have armor on my feet.
Armor might include boots.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
They don't show it.
Do they show any armor?
Yeah, it's red and gold.
and lacks like a helmet too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like a football player pretty much. Like a really scrawny one, but
Well, maybe a rugby player.
Although I'm more scared of this football player than any other, simply because he has a big, long, sharp thing that he points at people.
I mean, the fact that he's able to hold his sword that big relative to him, fully upright.
And just swing it like
Because
it
you
was
forgot to
made
do
of,
2 things, Rafe, I'm going to remind you to say no to whatever it is I had you say no to.
Lisa.
Alright, so here's the boss that is actually pretty hard. He's got these fireballs that can really...
mess you up.
Yes, they can.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
He's a little close
Quintet
there,
likes
but-
their hard robot bosses, because one of the hardest bosses in Terra Enigma is a robot that's a lot like that, and bigger.
It's amazing. The boss was really fast, but he's actually pretty hard because you have to dodge all his fireballs.
Telling Lisa that you're not human at the end of Area 6.
That's right.
Thank you for the reminder.
Area 6.
That's not until next area, but now we're going to go talk to a doll. Because that's what Dr. Leo did. and
Well,
we
why
should-
not? I mean, you talked to
You
doors.
were already
talked to
right
stairs.
there, and you didn't get the stone. You had to teleport back and then walk your way back to the doll.
Yes.
This is how we do things in heaven, because
Well, I wasn't actually there.
You were only kind of there.
But yeah, doors are just so nice to me. And
All those dark spots on the floor are
Life
things
is
we
good.
didn't release.
also, Dr. Leo kept his doll in the attic. Because that's a good place to keep dolls.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you playing with your dolls again, sir.
You know, that's like the 10th time since we started Soul Blazer, since we've referenced that movie. That's the amazing thing.
The doll's name
It's
is
been
Marie.
this is also no longer Summer Games done quick. It's Sleepy Games done
quasi-quick.
quasi.
Okay.
Yeah, SGDQQ.
I approve.
Oh.
Because this game likes to give you a hard time with equipment and weapons and not being able to kill certain monsters, there's actually a type of monster which is a spirit, which I cannot do any damage to without the proper sword. And like all swords in this game, they require certain levels. So I get to be underleveled for a while and not be able to properly swing the sword I need to kill these monsters with.
Lots of experience now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, 50.
It's like, what, 7?
And that was like a huge jump from last time. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely a greater jump.
Also, you're supposed to know that this skeleton has a harp string.
And how are we supposed to know that?
You talk to somebody who says that the previous ludist was tortured
Previous
in the
what?
dungeon. Musician.
Oh, ludist. Oh.
Wait, but why would it be a ludist?
I heard something not ludist.
Oh, man.
Oh. It's the SGDQ cube.
Wait, what? So when did you get in here?
It's up one
I've
over
always been
one
here.
from the source, isn't it?
Just like a.
I was actually
Well,
off
it's
a
good for
pixel.
release from later.
You released a Puexel. He's happy to
Do you have
see
any stones for us?
Oh, we got some. Probably got some pocket lunch. Maybe a couple kilos.
Are you a lootist then?
That's
Pockets.
that's a loaded question right there.
I'm a timpanist. Wow.
Are those like ghost lions or something?
Oh.
Oh.
I gotta equip the right sword to hurt these guys. But yeah, there's actually a safe spot for ghosts too, which is really nice because they do a lot of damage. There we go. When I first started learning to speedrun this game, this ghost gave me a lot of trouble. They really ruined my consistency.
Alright, Mike 89 said something. We're going to get back. Something about page
Not Mike
3.
89.
Oh,
Mega
Mike
yawn
89
on
says
straight.
Baseball's reference.
There's an invisible chest right there with a strange bottle, but I don't want it.
I don't want bottles.
Especially invisible strange.
Now there is an invisible chest here with an herb that I do want.
Look, duct tape makes a good coaster.
Yeah, well,
I'd say
coaster's
that.
kind of for the bottom, too.
Also, there's
It
lots
makes
of
it
invisible
cool.
pathways
Oh,
in the
okay.
dungeon
You
here.
gotta keep it from going anywhere.
See, that's not exactly the point. We kind of want you to want to play the game that he's currently playing, not a game that reminds you of the game, because people want to play ActRaiser now.
Oh. Well, that's good. I haven't played that one either. I really should.
You're not helping your cause.
I think we only have one person here who's run it. Maybe more.
I think
Activator?
VG ran.
I know VG's run it.
ActRaiser?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Oh, no,
that
PJ
PJ also.
That's two.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
The original.
He does number 2, which
He
is,
just
And he
professional.
did the first
Yeah, but
one.
PJ's
What?
not here.
What does PJ do?
does 2.
He does number two.
Well, he has the run
Yes,
for.
he does.
He
I
has
do
the,
number 2 sometimes also.
he has the run for professional mode and ActRaiser 1.
You got such a potty mouth.
Oh man, I've been up for quite a while.
One of the nice things in Illusion of Gaia is the big gems aren't any heavier than the little ones. So like in this game, if you try and drag a big gem, it just kind of crawls along. But in Illusion of Gaia, they just as fast as the little ones.
So here's another safe spot, which is
It's a conga line for the ghosts.
They're ghost lions.
No,
They look like lions to me.
we can just say
they've got faces and
they
stuff.
form a good
How
kit.
long did this take you to
don't.
figure out?
They've
Lions
got.
have no faces.
a lot of
There's
playthroughs.
just body with no with like
Dude,
a
have you
partial
ever seen a
head.
lion's face before, face to face?
And live to tell the tale.
No.
It ate my
Think so.
face off.
Well, I did half of that. I have stared on face to face, but I didn't live through it.
So here's another safe spot in the middle of the spikes.
Isn't there another one in that corner up there?
Yeah, there is. I could do it right here too, I guess. It doesn't really matter.
Man, those ghosts are such trolls if you're trying to fight them normally. I mean, just
Well, after watching this, wouldn't this be considered?
Yeah,
normal?
this would be the
Hmm?
the normal. I would consider this the normal way. I mean,
Yeah.
it's what I would do.
Well, if you didn't know that there were safe spots.
I would
Well,
probably
normally you
have
can
figured
swing
it
your
out
sword and kill them in just
In-
a couple
in
hits.
less than. Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
normally
And
they're not.
I
a
did
huge
play it a lot
problem.
as a kid too, so.
Yeah.
Well, you'd normally be in the high 20s by now for levels, wouldn't you?
Not
maybe
the
mid-
high 20s. I
Yeah,
mean,
at least-
mid-20s.
the way it scales, it's almost like Illusion of Gaia, and then it pretty much forces you to have certain stats at certain times. I mean, you might have a couple extra levels or something, but
If you
it's
start
really not
grinding
making a huge
a lot.
difference.
So this guy happened to be missing a loot string, and I happened to have found one in the basement.
But doesn't he play a harp?
Apparently they use similar strings.
Oh, okay. Sounds good to me.
And now he's gonna whip out his harp and play.
Music for a girl he knew with a name that was something like Lisa.
Oh, are you to that point? I've heard
Not
Lisa.
yet.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Something like Lisa, Mona Lisa?
Was
Lisa.
It was Lisa.
Pisa,
Ursa?
Athena.
Kind of like Lisa.
Hey, it's the Shredder.
It is the shredder, and there's
Where?
a lot
Where?
of them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Wow. I thought you. Wow.
Not joking.
Yep, not kidding in the slightest.
Also, chess horses
You pesky turtles.
with death spikes.
Tonight I dine on turtle soup. That is a.
A bonus game.
Yeah,
I
turtle
think
soup
mine
isn't too
brought
bad.
me.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles 4. We're gonna make Mike run it. What at like 2 in the morning or something?
Sweet.
Rat.
We're gonna make him run it.
Why
We'll,
does it
we'll
say
wait
rat?
until he goes to bed, and then we'll kick him after about 2 hours.
We'll get the game started too. We're just gonna pause it at the beginning of it, and we're gonna make him play as Leo.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying.
He will totally thank us for this.
Yes.
He'll be like,
Leo's the best in that game, right?
He is.
Yeah.
Totally the best.
So now that I'm level 19, I can properly swing the spirit sword, which does a lot more damage than the Zantetsu does.
Solid arm has 50 of 150.
Got a while before you'd have to cut it off.
Yeah, Illusion of Gaia is a long, boring game. I mean,
Also invisible entrance there. Or
We got a $5 donation from Katie Davis, but we have not received the comment yet. So.
Katie's a good friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
oh, that Katie. Huh.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Anyway, the comment will be showing up eventually. Don't feel cheated quite yet.
and Darkwing Duck may or may not remember to read it.
Yeah, that is true.
No, he only forgets to check.
Ooh, it might be here. It might
He
be
forgets
here.
to check the private messages on the chat.
Yes, that's why. Yeah. Go, Rafe. Poke your. I read that totally wrong. Your couch.
We'll give
No,
him
no,
a couch.
yeah.
I understand.
Go, Rafe. Poke your couch buddies. Have an awesome run, Katie.
We're falling asleep in here.
Yeah.
What did you see
Might
then?
be better. to
Not
stay loud.
couch.
Well, couch is spelled with a T, so. That's comments.
I'm glad I'm lucid enough to actually read before I talk.
Only just barely.
Here.
Ah!
Poked. So here is the notorious Dr. Leo himself.
Making friends with
I am Dr. Leo.
dolphins.
I have been watching from the darkness. Not creepy at all.
Also, member
Death
of
Troll.
I mean, you see what he does later. He's
He's a pretty special guy. He's had a lot of thinking time. So after I needed the person who shows me invisible things, the jewel tells me that I can get a guy to join me who will show me invisible things. Now, this way. Okay. Now I need to go talk to the queen and tell her she's pretty. I am the wife of the king. Do you think I'm pretty? Yes.
No!
If I tell her no, she won't put something in my pocket.
Wink, wink.
I need this VIP card to get into the next part of the dungeon.
Yeah, sure, it's a dungeon, right? Yeah.
What kind of dungeon?
Yeah.
The very important
This
dungeon.
is a good start. It's got purple floors and gold pillars.
We've had several good night, everybody folks today. Oh, more shredders.
With many more to come.
Yeah, probably.
your pocket.
So here's kind of a safe spot.
Well, unless you count that fire.
Yeah.
The fire does a lot less damage than the sword does.
Yeah, it's like only doing 1 damage to him.
This will be fun. This will be fun.
Chest.
Ooh.
And if you
Chest
notice,
Knight's roasting on fire?
yes,
Oh,
Chest
man.
Knight's roasting on an
I don't
open
envy
fire.
Yes, night
Yeah,
is
you know,
roasting
something-
on an open fire.
I'm going to go flip
Oh,
into it
man.
inside of the comments.
Next time, Kenny Man.
So there's an invisible set of stairs here that I'm gonna walk
Sure.
up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Those chests are fake.
Also,
'Cause I think
did we already
everyone-
pass all of
every
the
marathon is
backup
dying zero
dancers
as
from
far as
Thriller?
pronouncing this.
Yes, we did. I forgot to
did.
point them
I
out.
tried it.
I killed them. Oh wait,
Oh,
here's
here they are.
Backup
Yeah.
dancers from Thriller.
Sounds like a pretty cool name. Magnus.
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 See, with Magnus, I do it like the Latin guy, Magnus.
Hmm.
Great. Get it
But you don't do Crystallis, the Latin way.
Crystallis.
wrong. We do it in the New Latin.
Is Stalin great?
So now upcoming here, we have a very long set of text boxes, which feature some interesting dialogue. You are SGDQ. Birds told me.
A little bird told me about you. In fact, it really was a bird.
Maybe he's Alfred.
Alright, so these guards, they're actually working for the king, but they are friends with Dr. Leo and they've decided to free him.
Doc?
And then that guy says, Doc!
Sounds mildly Korean.
Now the queen, who is actually the real evil one, is now gonna put 3 spears through this guy.
And totally whiff with the other.
Yeah.
It's just like... I don't care if we're hitting anything, we're just throwing this way.
We're just making sure you
Man,
don't
look
jump
at
off
his
the bridge.
nose.
Yeah, Dr. Leo has a very impressive nose.
Oh, hey, we haven't even showed off the perlers. Let me
We
go
have,
find them.
we have prizes for Soul Blade?
We have prizes for this game.
2 of them, actually.
Let me go dig them out of the box of cool stuff.
Yeah, so if you
So
donate...
apparently we've had prizes this whole time, we haven't told you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys been donating?
Donate.
Yeah, if you donate $5, you can, these is a set probably.
Yeah,
not.
you make it
We've
on
only
to
probably got,
Santa's
what,
gift list.
15 minutes or so to go.
Alright, so
Yeah,
now I
what's our
have
time
to,
now?
shortly here, I have to go stand behind Dr. Leo. Stay behind me. Okay. Take this and get on the airship.
He can totally whisper when facing away from you.
He's really good. He's a
He talks through his
ventriloquist.
schnoz.
You know, he's such a good ventriloquist. That's how he's convinced everybody that dolls and animals can talk.
Remember to tell her no.
I will when we get back from the airship.
Yeah, that's right.
She's not invited on the airship, though.
Do the
Yeah.
boss fight first.
She doesn't get to see a whole new world on a magic airship ride.
Should be labeled Soul Blazer.
Yeah, here we are. How do you open these confounded?
No. Just give it here. Give it here. It's open at the top.
What?
All right. So we've
See
got
this madness?
we've got Lisa here, and then we've got the Blazer.
We have
SGD.
SGDQ.
That's right.
That is his name.
So, They look a little better from afar, I will say, just because pixel art. That's how pervers are, but you know, these are pretty stable. They aren't like some of the other ones that are already almost broken. So,
These guys?
Alright, that boss is
yeah,
there.
kind of up at the top there. Shadow has got a little thing going on. So, and I don't know if you get the bag, but the bag's pretty cool.
It is open at the top.
It is open at the top. It's not open right here. Yeah.
So we got Lisa and Blazer.
Yes.
Also known as SGDQ.
That's right.
Yeah. Alright, we've got a $30
Reversible,
donation from Saeed Zulhilmi Saeed Mustafa.
Ooh. That's a cool name.
Yeah, well done SDA for great speed runs and charity collection.
Alright,
5,000 more for the target. Hopefully we get to the target and then put 5,000 more in.
here is the text section where we give Lisa the answer she's been waiting for. So thank you for staying with me while my father passed away. I didn't think I would see him again, but because of you, I was able to finally see him again. Ever since you saved me at Grass Valley, I imagined you fighting monsters whenever I closed my
Can you
eyes.
raise the pitch like a little bit?
By the way, I would like you to answer my questions. Are you a real human being like me?
No.
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 I see. I feel like you are far away, even though you are right in front of me. I feel like you are watching us from the sky.
Well, you shouldn't do drugs.
I don't know how to express the way I feel, but that is okay. I love... You're gonna fight Death Toll, right?
I love Death Toll. You can't. Why do you have to fight him?
I would say goodbye, but I'm non-committal.
Oh, mashing too fast.
Yeah, I was mashing the wrong button. I'm supposed to mash Y instead of B. But yeah, so that's
the
Lisa in a
the
nutshell.
emotions of that cutscene over.
I was thinking about getting emotionally attached, but you are going to beat the final boss, right?
Well,
Right.
get going!
Yeah.
So apparently the queen was standing on a very precious relic, which I'm now going to pick up. Found the invulnerable bracelet, which, oddly enough, does not make me invulnerable.
No, the bracelet itself is invulnerable. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Despite being
That means
stood on
when you
for so long.
die, the bracelet will be perfectly intact.
It doesn't care about you at all. Remember, the bracelet's probably sentient too.
So what's actually good about the bracelet is that it doubles my defense and my attack, or instead of just my attack like the other bracelet.
You be good. No bad Sandfanger patterns today.
I'll be on the couch.
Are you lecturing your card?
Yeah. I'm seeing if
You can use mine if you want.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll make a difference.
Yeah, I don't.
Not
think
with me
it
in
will.
here.
Whoop, that's the wrong way.
Yeah.
But you got
The
the punch,
radius
though, right?
must be pretty
Yes.
potent too, because when I was warming up, I got 0 good patterns. So
Well, anyway, make sure to
Oh, you're
donate for
warming
that
up.
perler. I'm sure the
How long were you
perler
warming
will
up?
last through
Like 20
the
minutes.
block, right?
20 minutes ago?
Probably.
Yeah.
How
more
long
like,
will we be doing
with-
the?
like 40 minutes ago.
How long will we be doing the perlers? Is it going to be
Something
through
like
this
that.
game?
Is that
or
a quick
through
time
the-
block, or-
Powerful thing.
You just check how SMK set it up in the search prize.
Because we probably should do that, seeing as how we sprung the prizes on you at the last second.
Like Blazer.
Also, introducing
You
now
want
some of the
these?
best music in
Yeah,
the
you have to
entire
set up for
game.
just during this game.
Are they a set as well, or is it like
I don't know.
1 and 1? Or
No, they're different. They're separate.
Look at that experience those mosquitoes are giving you. 3,000.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's the final area, and
Yeah.
they want you to grind.
We have
Also, the need to.
you need to get up to 24, right?
a $10 donation
22,
from Craig
24.
Bennett.
Okay.
Thank you
I think
for
it's
your
24.
donation and your
I don't even
comment,
remember,
which is
but,
easy for me to read. Keep up the great work.
So did he tell you to thank you for the comment? Which
No,
is easy, or-
He just said
Oh.
keep up the good work. It's
Oh,
very easy
okay.
for me to read.
Really
No,
nice
yeah, and
drops.
then he thanked
They do
Craig
that
for
here.
the easy to read comment.
Yeah.
And then this background is how we
Hello,
know we're playing a
friends.
quintet game, because it's in every one of them.
Yep. It's the dark space background, pretty much.
And it lags.
Mode
Well, not because of the background, just
7.
because of all the sprites.
Well, the sprites in addition to the background.
And mode 7.
Every game must have mode 7.
Thus has
Even the
Nintendo
games that aren't on the
3D.
Super Nintendo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, they did it on the Genesis.
They did it on Red Zone.
Red Zone. The greatest mistake ever.
Yes.
I
Uyama
hear-
laughed
I
from the
hear
other
Mike.
room.
That's even better than the joke itself. Alright, so now I'm gonna quickly guess.
Just why?
Why not?
All I heard was something red zone.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Why not?
It has
Yeah, that's all there was.
7.
Do you get like a chill down your spine whenever someone says red zone?
Red zone. Not really, but there's a red zone stream.
You should.
Because we should always mention red zone on the stream.
If everyone is a good boy and girl,
Huh?
we might see it someday on a marathon. So
No.
someday maybe.
If you're naughty boys and girls, you might see it someday.
If you don't donate right now.
Yes, it'll be an anti-donation incentive.
No, it's totally worth donations. It's such a good game.
You got the most.
It's so boring.
These rolling cubes have no life, respawn, and give you 4,000
We
experience.
haven't been making announcements
That's not ridiculous at all.
since.
Yeah, so you notice that I equipped the Soul Blade for just a moment
like
because it's the only thing that can
committing
damage those big bricks, which give a ton of experience.
So yeah.
And now it's time to go get some stuff in preparation for the boss. So there's 3 items I
I
need to
get
get.
off this. I'm getting too tired to be able to.
The red hot ball.
I need to get the red hot ball and 2 other red hot items in order
The red hot
to
rod and
the red hot
mirror.
stick,
Oh, the stick.
the red hot stick, and the red hot mirror.
Okay, that one.
In order to get the Phoenix, which is the last magic.
computer that the merges were taking so long. So
I have to revisit some old areas in order to get everything.
I wonder, is there a phoenix in Terranigma? Do you know Puexel? Is there a phoenix attack in Terranigma?
I don't think so.
I don't think. Well, I mean, it has a lot of spells that I've never seen because I've mostly just seen speedruns that only use the warp out of a dungeon spell.
Right.
If you want to get out right now.
Oh, I'm good until the end of the.
Yeah, because we're almost.
Yeah,
to the
we're
end.
almost to the end of the
Yeah, I figured.
I was surprised I've been here since Aquarium. It's like,
We're
What am I
just
doing
so
with my
much
life?
fun.
well, that was a 3-hour run, and then.
No, it was only like a 2-hour run.
But with an hour to get it going.
Yeah.
True.
And then No More Hero, there's another 2 hours, and this is another 2 hours.
So here's a very flighty little bird. He who's in flight.
I still have juice left.
Grand.
Is it the juice?
Huh?
I said, is it the juice?
The juice is
It's
loose.
the A juice.
The juice is loose.
Is it on the loose? So this is why I called the bird a flighty bird, because you cannot talk to him without him taking off the first time. And he's all, why'd you sneak up behind me when you do talk to him?
Wow.
You scared me! Don't sneak up!
Well, if I come from the front, you'll run away!
Okay, here's the red hot
He
mirror.
offered
A
to
thing
take
you
over
need in order to
steering.
defeat
Yeah, he
me.
What does the
offered to
bird
die
do
to
to take
take
a
over
mirror
the
that's on
direction.
fire?
I have no idea, but
I could take
apparently
over
it's
that,
a
or I
pretty
could take over
good.
running that.
Well, it might be red hot, but you can still touch it anyway because it's made out of that
No,
fancy
okay.
space
Okay,
shuttle.
don't make jokes. It was early in the morning. Got it.
It's not early in the morning.
Well, the sun's up.
So now I need to go kill some iron monkeys.
Yep. Sun's up.
The nasty yellow face is up.
And because I'm really strong and awesome, I'm just not going to worry about having the bubble armor.
Or breathing.
Or breathing at all.
Just like real life.
If it weren't so...
You can walk that fast underwater, right?
He's very manly the way
Yeah,
he
I
takes
can. I
damage.
don't know about you. I can also hold my breath this long before losing half my life.
He's also very ActRaiser in the way he takes it.
Yeah, it's been pointed out a lot of sounds have been recycled from ActRaiser.
We've had talking about ActRaiser and talking about Spaceballs. That's been like the entire time here. That and an SGDQ.
Why's SGDQ?
That's his name.
Because Reaif is great at the
I
name.
can't spell
Games
right now.
done quick.
See-
quick.
It's Sleepy King's
Quasi.
done quasi quick.
Yeah, Sleepy
Yeah,
Games
so
done quasi
QQ.
quick. We have a good start to the blooper reel.
Like,
Apparently.
No,
placed the extra Q,
provided
then
a good start
deleted
to the
it,
blue
then
print.
placed it again, and then started.
I tried so hard not to have that extra Q, but it just
And
determined
Elvin, the
to be there.
the
Just-
failed Athena typing is definitely
Yeah. See, when I got that's when I started typing in the dead. First thing I saw was gold.
You see, yep.
Then like a minute later,
So here's
it's
the
like
red hot
Greek
stick.
goddess Nero,
I know,
or
I
whatever
remember
you
Cupid
put
is
in.
Yeah, quick Cupid.
There were like 4 of us in the other room that all we heard was Athena, and we all came running to see what was going on. It's like,
Alright.
what?
Do you guys remember the grandmas I was talking about?
Oh yes.
Well, get ready, because we're gonna get some grandma dancing action.
Did you bring the VIP card?
Yes, I have it with me.
Well, for
In
those
his pocket.
I think my favorite from typing in the dead was do you like to live dangerously? And the answer he typed was I'm always 100% honest with my wife.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, we don't have too much more time for those donations for those perlers.
Wait, did we
Get
miss?
those in.
These perlers.
Get a little closer.
you're actually wait.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
the
Down,
grandmas
down,
are dancing
down,
down.
That one. There.
Okay, good.
There.
Okay, good.
There. There. We like them. We're good.
Donate for.
Okay, they're done.
Now we have a slow-moving tracker here, so you don't wait till the
Wait,
last
did we
minute.
miss my favorite line? The phoenix resides on the stick?
Yes,
Oh.
but we got it now. Thanks to you.
Now, for those of you just joining us, this is Sleepy Games Done Quick.
Quasi.
Quasi quick. Okay. Or maybe better known as Summer Games Done Quick 2012. This is Speed Demos Archive, a fine speedrunning website with over 700 speed runs. And if you're not watching from the site right now, you should, because your chat window is probably an inch high at most. If you're not watching from the SpeedDemosArchive.com website. All donations during this marathon go towards the Organization for Autism Research, a fine charity that does what the name describes, with autism research and autism outreach.
Did you say autism outrage?
Yeah, that's kind of weird to say.
Outrage!
Outreach.
I said outreach.
Autism!
No, I said outreach. I
I
didn't say
get mad
outrage.
that autism exists also. Alright, so now I'm not high enough level to fully swing the sword I need to kill the boss with, so I'm gonna do a short bit of grinding here.
4,000 for killing
Well,
like
you
a...
can't poke it to death?
Well, here's the thing.
What?
I could poke the boss if I could reach him, but I need to actually use the Phoenix magic to hit him. He's too
Whoops.
far away to poke.
Those things are like glass,
They're like big concrete blocks.
Yeah.
And they roll around.
and they give you 5,000...
4,000 experience. The most
So how
experience.
many
actually,
gems
not,
do you need to beat the boss?
I've got plenty.
actually, I don't think they give you the most experience. I think the giant snowballs give you the most experience.
But
if you can kill
they're
them.
too hard to farm.
If you can poke a giant concrete block with a sword, you
Yeah.
deserve that experience.
Yeah, this is definitely the highest EXP per hour.
Whoa,
So
I
this-
hope it's
Like,
not
like you would be
taking
going
an
for an hour.
hour. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I hope it's not taking an hour.
This takes about a minute. In fact, I'm gonna be done grinding right now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he gets to kill someone too, so.
So there's the level up I needed. Now I can swing the sword that can kill the boss.
Yay.
For the first form, I'm not going to use the Phoenix at all, because the Phoenix introduces a lot of lag, and I can actually kill him way faster without...
Oh, Wizrobe.
Yeah, he's like a big Wizrobe.
Granddaddy.
In other words, he's Mike's worst nightmare.
So 2 rounds, and then Phoenix magic, which looks really cool.
And uses up gems.
And uses up gems. So
Oh,
every
you
time
do
you
a
swing
cute
your
little
sword.
death toll.
Yep, he's a little guy. Now he's gonna get all
And then he
big.
shrinks you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in the model world.
So this battle is all about lag management. So I'm gonna let these lasers go off, and then I'm gonna kill this, and you can only hit him for a short time before he shoots big fireballs.
Oh, that's not a content game at all.
Yeah. It has awesome final boss music, so it's gotta be quintet.
No life meter. What's happening?
Almost all the music in this game is awesome.
Aren't you supposed to?
Oh, I didn't realize that I killed the last fireball. So you can see the massive amounts of lag there. They're very impressive. And Quintet, I'm sure, is very proud of their lag generation.
You know, if they were still around.
Well, I'm sure that like the people
Yeah, true.
are still around.
Oh man, I keep getting those wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more laser. It's just worth my while to wait for the lasers because I can do way more damage during the time if there's not massive amounts of lag.
Check out that sweet, like, 10-layer parallax background.
Yeah. The more layers of parallax, the more awesome.
And the more slow down.
It's too hot for the SNES to handle.
Ouch. Oh, whoops. That's fine though. Waiting for the laser.
So, is there any way to tell how much health this guy has?
No, you just kind of hit him until he dies.
Ram launch.
There we go. Time.
Oh, jeez!
What was the time?
Oh yeah, there's a few more button
154.51.
154? Darn. It's a little slower than I wanted, but I'll take it.
You didn't die though.
I didn't die.
You did miss a couple sources.
That's really close to your 100% Link to the Past last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, it's only like less
You
than
wanna
10
do
seconds
a
off.
drawing?
I think.
The prizes.
SGDQ, get going!
So after the
2 hours
automatic text starts going, there are actually 2 points
Or-
during the
or
end
Mike
sequence
could,
where
I
you
guess.
have to
Yeah.
push the button to
Mike could
progress
try
the
to do
ending.
Prize drawings.
Ooh, that is so
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
Is there
These
anything
things-
special I need to know about prize drawing? Can you use a computer for?
There we go.
They're so
I
cute.
don't think it really matters.
Yeah,
I think
There's sort of like a couple there.
Well,
Cute.
yeah, I mean,
Only
only
we're giving them away individually, so.
I just have to search
Oh,
for
well.
the prize. I'm just
they
wondering.
don't come as a couple
Yeah.
unless you happen to hit
Laser
it
and
twice
laser.
somehow.
That's all you need to search for.
Laser.
Laser.
Donate.
Laser,
I-
laser, and then
Yeah, I don't know.
I believe
I think it is
Ma-
possible.
Maybe if you donate twice.
Ooh, maybe. I don't know. Is it
Maybe.
possible to win twice for one,
Right there.
like...
Set of like I think these are individual
Now,
prizes.
someone asking who made these perlers.
I believe Mecha Richter
Yeah.
made
Like,
them.
Richter,
Yes.
So
We've had some really cool. My favorite one was the aquarium.
Mecca@gmail.com.
Yes, if you'd like to commission your own.
Other perlers, like the Niger perler, were made by Mako. Thanks to her. We had a lot of people making perlers actually.
Yeah, you kept getting confused.
You guys well, play your game.
Yeah. I don't have to.
Wes is gonna go over there. I'm gonna sub in for him.
Yeah.
I kind of know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna play a commercial right now. So we'll be back in
Great
about
time
30
for it.
seconds.
The ending for this game is really long, so we can either start the next game or we can finish this. The estimate is still going, but...
We probably want to just.
yeah, we are behind, aren't we?
Yeah, we're behind. We should
We're a
keep
little
going.
behind, yeah.
Alright.
So that's why you want to get going now.
So we're gonna skip the ending and let Puexel take over.
Hopefully follow up that pretty slick looking run with another
Even